Hello everybody, my name is Ord and welcome back to the Ord Narrations channel. Today we're reading a story titled, New Husband Might Be Cheating and I Don't Know What to Do. If you enjoy these videos and want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button, that way you won't miss the latest upload. Right, let's make a start. I, 29 female, got married to my boyfriend, 33 male, of 5 years just 4 days ago. Today I discovered that he might be cheating on me and I'm beyond devastated. I don't know how to act around him anymore. We've been long distance for 2 years and have been very emotionally intimate as we talk on the phone constantly. We also engage in a lot of phone sex. He has never indicated that he's unsatisfied in the relationship and has made major life decisions to be with me. He plans to move to a different country where I live now so he can be with me and always has been the picture of extreme devotion. Today I saw his phone lying unlocked and saw a notification pop up from a girl on Instagram. Curious, since we've been posting a lot of pictures from our friends who attended our wedding, I opened the chat and saw he was sexting this woman, constantly calling her his crush and soliciting nudes. I scrolled a little more on the chat to see he has been complimenting her pictures for a while, calling her hot, asking her to sit on his face. And I also found that he's been texting a couple of other girls with similar messages. I discovered this at 2 AM, 3 hours ago, and haven't been able to stop crying. I woke him up an hour into crying and told him that I was having an anxiety attack because I think he might be cheating on me. He reassured with the sweetest terms that I mean the world to him and that I was his favourite person in the world. Now he's asleep again, and I don't know what to do, with this cheater and liar lying beside me. Any advice on how I should act now would be helpful. TLDR, my husband of 4 days is emotionally cheating on me, quite a while, and I discovered it today. How should I act around him? First of all, he's not just emotionally cheating, that's just cheating. Sexting and trying to get nudes from other women. Yeah, it's just cheating. Someone's left a comment saying, what do you mean? Why aren't you telling him what you found? Why are you just letting him lie to you in sleep? The guy's a liar and a cheater. He has a whole side you don't know about. You deserve a man who loves you and respects you and is honest and committed. Stand up for yourself. OP replied, I'm still in shock. Our wedding was a huge affair where all our families and friends got involved. More than 500 people. We're in the middle of us travelling with both of our sets of parents to meet family in a different town. I feel like I stepped on a landmine, and taking my foot off it will set off an explosion that will ruin me and my family. I'm sorry, but I feel really lost. Someone replied saying, one word, annulment. Do you really want to spend the rest of your life wondering? You do not. I'd say cut your losses and move on as soon as possible. They'll leave an edit saying, also, get screenshots of what you saw on his phone and send it to your device via email so you'll always have the proof to get the annulment. Good luck. Someone replied to the original comment saying, well, take screenshots of his cheating, and when friends and family come asking, just send them that. He can bear all the shame for the situation. Who cares if 500 people think that you couldn't keep your husband for 4 days? Which is his fault anyway. It's your life. Are you just gonna be unhappy forever because you don't want to upset your guests? That's silly. They won't give a shit after like 2 weeks. They're busy living their own life. And if your friend got divorced because her husband cheated on her, would you shame her and hold it over her head forever? I bet not. And lucky for you, you're not actually legally tied to this jerk. You can just walk away from the situation. Someone else replied to the original comment saying, I understand what you're feeling, probably more than you know. I had a moment on my honeymoon where my partner's whole persona blew wide open. I didn't have anything tangible besides his reaction to a situation and allowed him to explain it away. But I had this gut check reaction in the moment of, I've made a mistake. I'm a decade down the road and getting divorced now. Had I done it then and ended things, it would have been quick and simple annulment. I would have saved myself a world of pain. I know that it feels really big right now because you're still in your previous life's trajectory and are still living in reality and all your family's in it with you and don't know how to unpack it all, but you can go to someone you trust right now and get that support. Process things and pause the brakes. Get yourself some time and breathing room. These big moments are hard and turning points in our lives, but we aren't ever committed to a trajectory if it blows up. We can always stop and breathe. Someone else left a comment saying, I'm so sorry you're going through this. In opposition to another poster, you're allowed to be sad, but try not to stay there and succumb to it. Allow yourself a moment to be sad and grieve the dude you thought you knew and then get mad. Do not give this man any more of your time. You deserve better than this. OP replied saying, thank you for saying this. This man is the love of my life and I don't know how to behave around him when the morning comes. I have to be around him for the next 3 days, 24/7 because of familial obligations. So I'm freaking out how to deal with this pain. Someone else replied to OP, saying, also, hate to break it to you, but this man is not the love of your life. People you love don't do things like this to you. And OP replied saying, thank you for saying this. I'll take your advice into account. My mind is spinning so much with pity and self-hatred right now, even though I know it's not my fault. OP. Someone else replied to the original comment, saying he's not the love of your life because the man you're meant to be with would not treat you like this. I'm so sorry you're going through this, but do not let him gaslight you into this marriage. Do not sign the marriage license. I know you feel overwhelmed because you're in the middle of this family event, but it is your life. Do not let yourself be treated this way. He will not stop. He does not respect you. He does not love you. But you need to choose right now, because the choices you make now will ripple your entire life. But choosing yourself will never be a mistake. It may be scary at times, but your future self will thank you. OP replied, saying, thank you very much for saying this. I'm currently sitting and reevaluating every action of his from the last 1 year. He proposed last January, and the messages I found were as recent as the day of our wedding. So my heart was shattering into pieces right now. Someone else replied, saying, I agree that you shouldn't sign the marriage certificate. If you feel like you have to go through with this sham of a trip, tell him that you and he can talk when this trip is over. I, however, would blow this whole thing up. Forget what anyone else thinks. I'm sorry. Completely agree. Someone else left a comment saying, the right thing to do is almost never going to be the easy thing. Please, I know that you don't deserve this. Your family cares most about your happiness. Personally, I'd disappear while he was asleep and forward the evidence to both families, and then spend a few days eating ice cream. I'm petty like that. If he's willing to lie to you from day one, it will never get better. OP replied saying, thank you for your advice. I'm seriously considering sending all of this to his parents, but they're very old and might not be able to make it through the social fallout this might have caused if it became public. I hate that I have to think about the well-being of all these people before myself, but I can't not think about it. Someone else left a comment saying, have you ever heard the phrase, don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm? That's a brilliant phrase. Your husband certainly didn't care about his parents or their feelings any more than he cared about yours. It's time to prioritize your own well-being and let him manage his own parents. They're no longer your responsibility. Someone else has left a comment saying, he was able to fall asleep after seeing you distraught. Homeboy does not care about you. Grab the evidence so you can present it to a quality divorce attorney who makes sure your assets are preserved. OP replied saying, we haven't signed the marriage certificate yet. We had a religious ceremony involving a lot of people and had planned to do it tomorrow once our schedule's freed up. So divorce isn't in the picture yet as we aren't legally married. I appreciate any advice on how to deal with these emotions. Ditch his ass. Do exactly what the third comment said. I think it was the third one. Just dip. Get the evidence and dip. Forward it to both families. They'll be able to work out the rest. And to be honest, fuck that guy, I guess. Sending it to both families is probably the least you can do. But yeah. Right. What do you think OP should do? What would you do in OP's shoes? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button. That way you won't miss the latest upload. Alrighty. We'll have to finish that for today. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.